There are a lot of women, myself included, who've been called Miss Piggy. It's almost always meant as an insult or fat shaming. But today, I see things in a whole new light. Stick around to find out why the Miss Piggy comments meant to move you to tears should instead make you hold your head up with pride. The President of the United States called former Miss Universe Alicia Machado Miss Piggy when she gained weight. One of his staffers followed suit, calling a professional journalist, April Ryan, Miss Piggy too. Tabloids have compared beautiful songbirds like Adele, Jessica Simpson, and Christina Aguilera to Hollywood's most famous swine. And it happened to me too. I was part of a group called Fat Fighters in 5th grade. Led by a nutritionist, the group consisted of a bunch of kids who were overweight, like me. Now, this all took place in 1979 when the popular commercials, Milk, a Natural Wonder, were all the rage. It was kind of like the Got Milk campaign of the day. Anyway, some genius decided to shoot a commercial featuring my little Fat Fighters gang making healthy shakes with non-fat milk, ice, and fruit. Healthy or not, heavy kids drinking milkshakes is not the story of happy endings, right? Oh, but it gets better. They decided to air the commercial right smack dab in the middle of the Muppet Show. Yeah. Nearly all of my 5th grade classmates saw my television commercial debut as one of the overweight kids making healthy milkshakes. Cue the Miss Piggy jokes. And it didn't help matters that the first Miss Piggy joke lobbed my way was from a really cute guy that had always been nice to me. The whole experience was really devastating. Oh, I hated Miss Piggy at first. She was the bane of my existence for quite some time. But then I calmed down and I started to notice some really cool things about Miss Piggy. Things so cool that I consider them life lessons that helped shape who I am today. And these are lessons that can empower you too. 1, Miss Piggy defines herself. Miss Piggy breaks every mold to create one all her own. I mean, how many pigs do you know who've graced the covers of Elle magazine, Life, People, Saturday Evening Post, New York Magazine, and TV Guide? She was even a guest on Chelsea Handler's show in 2011, and Chelsea asked Miss Piggy if she agreed with people who classified her as plus size. Her response, "If by plus you mean I have an extra fabulous, gorgeous, give me some of that figure, then yeah. If you mean fat, then no." Not only is she a television and movie star, not to mention a recording artist, she's an author and entrepreneur. Her book and perfume are both called Mwah! Oh, and did you know she starred in her own workout album too? Bottom line is, she didn't let other people define her. If they called her names, she'd show them. She chose to be the victor over her weight, not the victim of it. She chose to define herself. And if I had to define her with one word, it would be confident. 2, she's got tenacity. Miss Piggy grew up on a farm in Iowa. Her father died when she was young and her mother wasn't very nice to her. She was told she'd never amount to anything. You're laughing at me, I know, but I'm not making this stuff up. Look it up. But the point is, Miss Piggy had dreams of being a big star and finding love. She kept getting up every time she got knocked down. You know, in this journey to right-sized living, there are many times when you might feel like you keep falling down. If I see the number on the scale go up, I think, what would Miss Piggy do? Would she lie down and give up on her goal? Heck no, she would get up, brush off her knees, and steamroll right over that scale. 3, she's disciplined. If you've watched the Muppets, then you know Miss Piggy is an expert at martial arts. Hi-ya! As the wife of a man who practices jujitsu, I've come to understand that martial arts require great discipline and regular practice. The same is true for right-sized living after weight loss surgery, or any eating or lifestyle change for that matter. It requires discipline and practice every day if you want to be a black belt in healthy living. For she sees beauty in others, even frogs. Most ladies wouldn't give a frog a second look, but Miss Piggy recognized that Kermit the Frog was her prince. I don't know if it's the result of living life as a pig or being called fat, but Miss Piggy didn't have on blinders. She saw all the wonderful qualities in Kermit. As someone who spent most of my life being judged or belittled for being fat, I try to keep this top of mind. If you judge people by looks or stereotypes, you probably end up missing out on some wonderful, wonderful experiences. 5, she rocks her look. Whoever said you can't put lipstick on a pig must not have met Miss Piggy. She rocked the blonde hair, high heels, jewels, and fashion, right? You don't have to be stick thin to rock your own style. I remember a time when I thought my life was confined to stretch pants and baggy t-shirts. Then I realized I deserve to feel fabulous too, no matter what my size. When you look good, you feel good, and perform even better. So find your style and rock it like Miss Piggy. So listen, the next time you hear some jerk try to fat shame someone by calling them Miss Piggy or some other name, remember that others cannot define you. Only you can define yourself. So learn some life lessons from Miss Piggy and be inspired. Proudly tout your confidence, tenacity, discipline, and the abilities to see beauty in others, and rock your look. Because like Miss Piggy, you were born to shine. Until next time, live with purpose, live with courage, and live with delight.